I think it's a cultural thing. I think, again, I think we lack leadership. I think we lack the insight and the vision because, as you know, the Caribbean could be one of the most powerful regions in the world, but I don't think we have that level of leadership. And I don't think we have the same vision. And I think we lack the understanding that unity is strength. We can have a stronger bargaining voice if only we should pool together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think we have absolute advantage in different islands, and I think we should use that as a collective advantage. But I just don't see it playing out because of the leadership. I think we need to meet at that table. And I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. I think there's some force that is trying to prevent this from happening. Forgive me. But I think that we need to have this discussion, this conversation. I think it will work in all of our best interests. I know that Jamaica is highly regarded as a powerhouse in the Caribbean, but we are still struggling economically. I think Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados is on the rise. I think we just need to get our thoughts together, get our focus, and just have this discussion. I think the world is ready and it's right for us to impregnate the world with our culture, with our resources, and our just our abilities.
Here's a thought. For many years ago, there was talk of a trade pact that covers all of the Americas, where we would work to integrate, similar to what Mexico, Canada, and the United States have done. But there's a lot of pushback. A lot of it from the smaller countries. Do you think something like that could really benefit the developing countries within this hemisphere?
I heard you talk about about NAFTA, and as well there was a CBI commissioner.
Well, it had gone beyond those two. We never.
I know. But the thing is, here's where the apprehension comes in. These larger economies, they're always, and it's part of business, part of leadership. They're always trying to find markets that provide them, are assisted in their being the competitive leaders in whatever respective area. So I think that once they have this task, we are not certain of their level of commitment. We are not certain because these countries can move away from us at any time once they have a better understanding or a better partner that is bringing a greater level of competition and making them more competitive in the marketplace. So there's nothing for us, and we can go ahead and use our resources to create the infrastructure for this type of agreement. Because once it's gone, and here it is. We have wasted space, wasted infrastructure, and we don't have the resources to take it on our own. So there's some level of skepticism about this type of partnership.
What I see though is with Mexico, if you look at Mexico and look at the growth that they've had in their economy over time, you see something really huge that has occurred to change the dynamics of the lives of people there. I just believe that if we were to have some more integration, we would be able to see production shift to many of these developing countries, earning more funds. Right now, as it is, goods and services are getting into these countries, but they don't have the openness to access the American market or the Canadian market as readily because they are not producing the stuff that needs to come here. I think if we were to do that, you would see less people trying to cross the borders and more people staying home because they would be able to produce more work within their own countries to get that done. But let me move on to Jamaican Men of Florida that you had seek to make me an honorary chair for a while. What's the concept behind Jamaican Men of Florida? I know you were really the driving force with that.
Yeah, as a founder of the Jamaican Men of Florida, our basic purpose is just to for the younger generation of Jamaica, not only here in the diaspora, but on the island as well. We believe that the future of Jamaica lies within our hands. And so if we can just mentor and just make sure that the younger generation of Jamaicans have the tools to make the right decisions, and to just provide whatever resources, whether it's psychological or whether it's physical, financial. We just want to make sure that we create that space, that opportunity, because we believe in changing lives, and that's where our focus is. So we are working now in partnership with several other entities on the island, and so big things are in store. As you know, being our honorary chair for the past 3 years, of which you served us in a great capacity. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank you again, Commissioner, for your role. But we are on an upward movement. I think we are going in numbers in terms of our membership and keeping focus. But I think everything takes time, and we're just working on it.
And I know that as the leader, you have helped to move some younger people in position to take over leadership, which I think is the true skill of a leader, is to develop and support younger people, as I've done over time in the political arena, helping scores of people get elected across South Florida. Your leadership there really, really, I think, is beneficial. We're going to be up on a break in a couple of minutes. But what I'd like to do is when we come back on the other side, while you have about 5 minutes, is to get us some contacts for the different entities that we're going to talk about that you have helped to create, so that people who might want to interface with those entities may do so. I want us to also talk about certainly people profile by when we come back, what people profile. But we still have some time to have a real robust conversation about that. And then I'm going to talk about your development in Jamaica, where you're building homes down there, and how that's going, and how you're interfaced within Jamaica in terms of doing business, how that worked, how the ease, the difficulties, the challenges, and what you see that might be able to be done. So we'll drop that there on you now. When we come back in a few minutes, about 5 minutes or so, while we pay some bills. Remember, this is WZZPradio.com. Call your friends and neighbors, tell them to get online at WZZP Radio.
Listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
We're not the airlines, but we can take you to the islands every Sunday at Island Vibe Sunday at Blue Martini in the Galleria Mall. Enjoy happy hour from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. Enjoy live reggae music with the Visions Band from 8 p.m. until midnight, and dance music by DJ Mikey Mike. It's a vibe, a cool, chill vibes. Island Vibe Sundays at Blue Martini in the Galleria Mall. For VIP reservations, 954-529-4605. WZOP would like to thank Blue Martini for their contribution to this station.
WZOP Radio is celebrating 7 years in radio broadcasting, and this Tuesday we'll be having a special celebration on WZOP, WZPP, WEXI, WVRO, and WHOT, Voice of the Caribbean and INI Radio. We'll be coming together for a day of prayer, a day of worship, right here on WZOP, WZPP, WEXI, WHOT, WIDT. We will be inviting the listeners to pray with us. There'll be special pastors, special political leaders, special artists coming on the station on Tuesday to help raise funds and pray with us right here on WZPP Radio, celebrating 7 years in your Caribbean American community. It's very important for us as a Caribbean American community to have a voice. So this Tuesday, live on the air, we celebrate 7 years of broadcasting on radio, and we're doing it with a day of prayer and worship. Thank you for supporting WZPP Radio.
The views, opinions, and content of the following does not reflect those of WZOP Radio.
Psychic spiritual advisor Sister Alberta wants you to know that she's over 30 years experienced and dedicated in helping the Caribbean community with all problems of life, such as love, money, health, immigration problems,
say it over and over again that young people are the future. But the way young people are being treated in this country at this time has to change. It must change. Time come, comrades, for young people to live good in this country. Comrades, we can look around us and we see the state of hopelessness that many of our young people are in. We see that many of them are choosing chopping over education. We see that many of them are being gunned down and are gunning down people. We see that many of them, they can't afford the school fee, so them just stay at home. We see that many of them are being choked by the high cost that they have to be paying back to SLB. And many of our young people in this country are feeling hopeless. But comrades, I'm here to tell you today that there is hope. There is hope, and it resides within the People's National Party. The PNP has always stood with young people. We stood with young people when Manley gave them free education. We stood with young people when PJ Patterson gave us path and modernized our trust. We stood with young people when Portia Simpson Miller gave us the Sports Development Foundation so young people can advance in sports. And comrades, so it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end. Time come, comrades, and under our leader, Mark Jefferson Golding, we are ready, we are prepared to bring policies for the young people of this country.
Death rates. Uterine cancer has the highest and rising death rates of all cancers in women. We also know that many women are not well informed about gynecologic cancer symptoms or normalize them. Black women are at a particular high risk for aggressive types of endometrial cancer, yet are underrepresented in studies. In South Florida, we have a diverse group of Black women with U.S.-born and Caribbean-born women, so we hypothesize that they vary in symptom understanding and recognition. The focus groups are centered around postmenopausal bleeding in Black and Caribbean women to assess perception of bleeding symptoms. We are recruiting both English-speaking and Creole-speaking Haitian women for their own focus groups. We want to know your thoughts about how bleeding could potentially impact your life or the lives of your family and friends. This will help us know where we can start to make changes and how we approach teaching and advocacy around this problem. And this is a 1-hour focus group of about 6 women, which is compensated, and a brief questionnaire to obtain demographic information. Please give us a call at 305-243-5434 to understand if you are eligible to participate in those focus groups. If no one answers, please leave your full name and phone number and we will get back to you. You can also email us at wbelizaire@miami.edu. That is WBELIZAIRE
It's old school throwback
When the game gets rough in this life.
Welcome back to WCPP and WZOP. This is Make We Talk Money with former Broward County Mayor Dale Holness and yours truly, Jeffrey T. Sir Holness, over to you, sir.
Yes, we're back. So let me ask all of you to call your friends and get them to tune in to WZOPradio.com. Wherever they are, they can join us in listening and being informed and being entertained here at WZOP, WZPPradio.com. We are at 96.1 FM in Miami, 92.7 FM in Fort Lauderdale, 1590 AM in Tampa, St. Petersburg, 102.3 FM in Hollywood, North Miami, 105.3 in the Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie area, 99.7 FM in Orlando, Winter Garden, Lake Mary. Or you can simply have your friends go to WZOPradio.com and listen and download the app, take it on your phone wherever you go. And let me also add that
we're here all over, Mr. Holness.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Wherever you are, we're there. On Tuesday, September 19th, all day, WZPP, WZOP Radio, and all those other stations that join together, they're one, celebrating 7 years in the form of prayer and worship. So we're going to pray, we're going to have some prayer, we're going to worship, and there'll be guest speakers and community leaders and pastors and ministers online for that entire day. We are asking for your support to keep this radio station on. You may call 954-870-7956, 954-870-7956 to support this radio station that's about empowering and educating and informing and entertaining.
And of course, you'll be here. And the Make We Talk program will be live for praise and worship come Tuesday. And you have Mr. Holness inside studio too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, praying is a powerful thing. It does work. Scientifically proven. Dr. Cunningham, we're back with you.
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
So I know that as we talk about praying, you're going to have a big event at one of our large churches come. Was it this Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, not this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about People Profile. What's the concept? How long you've been doing this, and how someone may participate or get a ticket or get involved?
People Profile, I started it 8 years ago, back in 2015. Just basically because we needed this vehicle where we could actually share our experiences, our stories, if you will, and to have these stories serve as a motivation to others and to educate others. And from that, we just started the People Profile Award. The premise of the People Profile organization was sharing the stories of ordinary people. And then from the award itself, we have just recognizing those ordinary people in our society with extraordinary challenges. And so this is our 8th staging of the People Profile Awards. And every year we recognize between 12 to 16 persons. We try our best to keep it as local as possible, but it spans all the way as far as London. We have awarded persons in London, in New York, in Jamaica, because People Profile is not about Jamaicans. It's not about Caribbean or Black nationals. It's about everybody. It's about people, the everyday people that share their challenges and their inspiring moments. And we have awarded several persons in the past. We have awarded Jamaican Oliver Samuelson Yellowman. We have awarded Dwayne Wade, amongst others. And we have awarded people, legendary singer-songwriter Melba Moore, amongst other persons, and just to share their trials and tribulations and their experiences. And we have awarded several persons in the local community as well, who just, for whatever they have done, the courage, whether they have served in a humanitarian capacity, whether they have been doing extremely well at their corporate site, and whether they have been good parents, have been good students. We have awarded several persons in the last 8 years, including yourself,
Yes.
Commissioner Holness.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing.
Yes, sir. For your work in the diaspora, last year Jamaica celebrated their 60th independence anniversary, and we recognized 12 outstanding Jamaicans, including yourself, that did extraordinarily well, and just to hold our flag high, you know. So that's what people profile is. It's a celebration of people. Whatever funds that is raised, we use it to offset challenges faced by struggling entities. For instance, last year we built a wellness lab in Marvelly, Kingston. Marvelly Primary School, we created this wellness lab to the tune of 2.8 million Jamaican dollars. And before that, we went to Whitfield Primary and we built a reading lab. We equipped with air conditioned spaces with tablets and computers and desks and furniture all over the place. So we make sure that we are in a position to serve our communities, and not just in Jamaica, but right here in the diaspora. We have assisted in several entities, with Kiwanis, with several alumni associations, just to make sure that we are able to assist further entities. We have also assisted individuals, persons who are suffering from medical and other challenges. We were able to assist them, as small as it might be, $500, $1,000, whatever it is. We try our best to make sure that we reach, to the deeper communities and try to assist people. But outside of that, people profile again, is recognizing everyone. We have this glitzy ceremony once a year where everybody dressed in their Sunday best. It's a black tie formal event. This year it will be at the Faith Center, 555 Northwest 96th Avenue in Sunrise. And of course, this year we are honoring several stalwarts. We have Bishop Henry Fernandez, who was surprised when we announced him as our recipient of the Most Inspirational Award. We will also be recognizing our Consul General, Oliver Mayer, with the President Leadership Award, and former administrator at County, Bertha Henry, will be given the Legacy Award. But most importantly, the Lifetime Achievement Award will feature the greatest coach in our estimation, Sir Glenn Mills, who coached Usain Bolt and Johan Blake. And I'm not certain if you remember the last Olympic where Jamaica came first, second, and third in the 200 meters.
Yes.
Where he is the coach of all three of those guys. So he's a well-respected coach, and so he's looking forward to be at the function, of course, amongst other persons who were nominated for the various categories. So we are looking forward to a wonderful ceremony. You can purchase your ticket at peopleprofile.org, or you can just call me, 954-914-4533. That's 954-914-4533.
So Dr. Cunningham, let's give the address, the location, the address, the time, and the date of the event one more time slowly.
Yes, so it's September 24th, which is next week, Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. for the cocktail. And that's where people just like to take pictures and, just meet their old friends and talk and enjoy themselves. And it's on Sunday, September 24th at the Faith Center, that beautiful church in Sunrise, right on Commercial Boulevard and right in the corner of Commercial and Nobel. It's 5555 Northwest 96th Avenue in Sunrise, Florida. And we are looking for a wonderful journal.
And also give the information as to where tickets can be purchased and the phone number again.
Yes, thank you so
say it slowly so that folks that need to write can write the stuff down.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
So tickets can be had by visiting our website, peopleprofile.org, peopleprofile.org, or you can just call me. My number is 954-914-4533. That's 954-914-4533.
Now, Dr. Cunningham, you had some other organizations that you're a part of that you helped to start. Can you tell us a little bit more about
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So I spoke about the Jamaican Men of Florida, but there's
We
something
did.
I want to bring across, if you don't mind. Every independence since I became a part of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, I started the Independence Motorcade. The Independence Motorcade is the single biggest moment of pride for all of us as Jamaicans. It's a moment for us to just take over the whole of Broward County 441, driving from Lauderdale Lakes all the way down to the regional park in Lauderdale. And it's a moment when all the vehicles stop and it's being assisted by the Broward Sheriff Office. It gives us this level of pride.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm certain you feel that way because you're a part of it as
Yes.
Commissioner.
Yes. Yes.
That is one of my greatest. When we are going down 441, it's a beautiful thing. So I'd like to encourage everyone to make sure you look out for the next year's 62nd Independence Motorcade. And just join the line and make noise and just enjoy yourself. Outside of that, the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern USA, I started.
So tell folks a little bit more about the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern USA movement. What is that about? How do you operate?
Okay.
And how does one get involved?
Yeah, so the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council is an organization that started in Jamaica under the auspices of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. So I was elected as a representative for the 13 southern states. But again, that was started in Jamaica, being led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. So what I did 4 years ago was to start JADIAS, which is the Jamaica Diaspora Southern USA. But we are in charge of ourselves here in the diaspora. So outside of that circle of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, I don't want there to be any confusion in terms of what we do in terms of the Jamaica Diaspora Southern USA. The Jamaica Diaspora Southern USA, in our capacity, we create opportunities for persons living in the island as well as those in the diaspora. Our mandate is to empower each other in the diaspora, as opposed to the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, which in that capacity we serve as a consultative body to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. So JADIAS started 4 years ago. Our president, Rosemary Lewis, still our president. She's our first president, and she's still the president at the current moment. We haven't been doing much this year, but certainly last year and the year before, we have assisted many community projects financially and just being a presence. And during the pandemic, we handled food stuff. We helped with whatever medical necessities that was part of what was requested of us. And we participate generally in the community doing all different sort of stuff on mission, as in keeping with our mission.
So the other thing that I know you to have engaged in was you're investing in real estate development in Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
How did you get to do that, and what is your history of doing that?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak about that. So I started my first project in 1997, around about the time when we first qualified for the World Cup as the Reggae Boys. I started with a project on Kingston on the hills, place called Smokyville, more specifically Ambassador's Heights, where I built my first 4-unit, 2-bedroom apartments. And I love the feeling of just creating that space and people just being happy. And after that, I've been involved in several other aspects of development in Jamaica. Buying land and subdividing the land and selling lots makes it a beautiful experience. But my latest project is Bel-Air at Wiltshire, which is right on the border of St. James and Trelawney, right in the middle of the tourist area, 20 minutes from the Montego Bay Airport, started this project February last year, and it's a 9-unit project. Each unit is about 1,500 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. The complex comes with a 5,000 square feet of entertainment space and a large pool and 2.5 parking spots per unit. Fortunately, the units have been sold except for one. We still have 1 2-bedroom unit available, and the prices start at $295 for the 2-bedroom, and 1 bedroom has been sold.
It's $295,000 US dollars.
US dollars, yes, sir. 295. We only have 1 unit available, and the property right now is about 90% completed. So we are looking to complete this project by the end of November and move on to another one. We have other places that we're looking at to create this space, because I believe that it's a new way of thinking. No longer are we as Jamaicans trying to build this mansion to move back home to. We probably just need a condo, need a townhouse, something as simple and as affordable, and something that is more secured.
And that property has a gate that you go in to get into the property. I visited you there earlier this year. I mean, it's got a nice view from the rooftop, and you created that rooftop space where folks who own one of those units can actually go up and have an event or just be up there. It overlooks the ocean, the beautiful sea. And this is nestled right on the border of Trelawney and St. James, very close to the airport. Was it about 15 minutes to Sangsters International Airport in Montego Bay?
About 20 minutes, yeah, 15 and 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, it depends on how fast you drive. I usually drive slower than you, I guess. But
yeah, well, that's where it is, right smack in the middle of the tourist area. And it's just a beautiful community.
Yes. So the question for you is, how easy was it for you to do business in Jamaica? How easy or how difficult? Can you talk a little bit about your experience with that?
Yes, so certainly Jamaica, the whole narrative of Jamaica has been open for business. It's true. I know during pandemic there are some little challenges in terms of getting business done, but I think the island is pretty much open. We are doing a lot of business down there. The only thing that concerns me, Commissioner, is just the ease at which business is done. Jamaica's slogan is Jamaica no problem. Well, they probably take it a little bit too far, because sometimes just to open an account is quite challenging. You need references, you need this, you need to start a business. When everywhere else in the world you can start a business within 24 hours, Jamaica is taking probably 3 days, anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks. So I just think they just need to advance themselves and invest more in technology, and I think they're doing that. Now we are able to pay our property taxes online. We are able to pay certain things online. We can apply for our passports online. So I think they're using technology. I heard the Prime Minister mention that they should be going fully digital currency probably in the next year or two. So, I think they are catching up, and I think great things are in store. I personally love to invest in Jamaica. I love my country. I love just the camaraderie and just the level of just doing business, knowing that I'm creating space for everyone, both in the diaspora and on the island. So it gives me pleasure. And I think that there's a lot of opportunities for us as diaspora on the island. I just think the government needs to be more receptive. I think the government has awarded concessions to non-Jamaicans, but if you're a Jamaican or a diaspora, it's even more difficult. I don't know why. I can't figure that out. Maybe you should probably know the answer.
I don't know why I would know it more than you, but part of what you said, I think that if we look at the history of the country, we have moved, in my mind, in the right direction, and I have traveled to other countries and been engaged with other countries, especially through what I've done as an elected official while I was commissioner and mayor of Broward County, leading trade missions. And the ease that we do business with is, I'd probably say, we rank in the top 25% in ease. I mean, there's probably 75% of the rest of the world that might not have the openness and transparency that we have and the ease. But certainly we need to do more in order to be competitive with the rest of the world. I certainly agree with that. But let's give some information again. I don't want us to miss you not being able to give out the information. Your contact information again. What is your contact information by phone, and give us websites?
Okay, so you can I'm easily my telephone number is 954-914-4533. My telephone number is all over social media. It has been like that for the past 10 years. So it's 954-914-4533, and my email is executive@peopleprofile.org. Executive with an S at peopleprofile.org.
So again, the email address?
Executives at peopleprofile. Yes, that's what it is.
Executives at peopleprofile.org.
Yeah.
And the website for People Profile?
Peopleprofile.org.
Peopleprofile.org. And tickets are available for the event to be held on Sunday at
September 24th.
24th. That's 55 Northwest 94th Avenue in Sunrise. And that starting time is
6 p.m. for cocktail and 7 p.m. for the ceremony.
And it's a great networking opportunity. I've been to several. You'll get to meet a large number of people from within the community. And ticket price is quite reasonable. What's your ticket price?
For the VIP reception, it's $100 for just regular seating, and $75. And if you don't want the cocktail or don't want to be up front, then it's $45.
Okay, so as little as $45 for a ticket.
Yeah.
Again, it's a great opportunity to network. Dr. Alan Cunningham, thank you so much for being on with us as we talk money on Thursday afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Join us tomorrow, same time, same place.
We're not the airlines, but we can take you